today I want to talk about conditional offers and what a condition is in an offer to purchase a home. If you're a first-time home buyer or need a little refresher, then stay tuned because this one's for you. Hi everyone, I'm Ben Robitaille. I'm a realtor with Royal LePage In Touch Realty in Midland, Ontario. Before we get started today, if you don't mind giving this video a thumbs up, it really helps me out a lot. And if you want to stay tuned and know more, subscribe. It'll be great. You'll love it. Okay, so today we're talking about conditions in an offer when you're purchasing a home. Now, I'm sure everyone's heard about the two big ones, a condition of financing, a condition of a home inspection. But how do these work? So to understand how conditions work, we have to go back to the beginning of the offer process when your agent is writing up the offer. In the offer, they're going to put in things like your price, your deposit amount, your closing date, a whole bunch of other terms in that offer to purchase the home. Now, another thing they will put in Ontario, at least on the last page, Schedule A, is any conditions. So here we'll put a condition of financing and condition of home inspection, and there we will specify the amount of time we have to fulfill these conditions. Once the offer is accepted by the sellers, the clock starts on fulfilling these conditions, so now we have to go out as the buyers and fulfill them. So first, let's talk about the home inspection. The sellers have accepted our offer with conditions, and now we need to carry out the inspection. So we'll hire a home inspector to go through the house top to bottom and give us a detailed report on all the systems, the roof of the house, anything that can be visually seen. Now, home inspectors won't start ripping open walls and that kind of thing because it's a non-invasive inspection. But this report will give you a good idea of anything that needs to be addressed immediately, things that can be addressed in the near future, and things that can be monitored from here on out. Depending on the results of this home inspection, you now have an option to not carry out the purchase agreement if you decide it's something that needs to be replaced is going to cost too much money. For example, let's say the home inspection discovers that the roof needs to be replaced, and the cost associated with that is $15,000, and that's not an expense you can take on. You're now protected that you can walk away from this deal not having to carry it through. This is a great protective condition for first-time home buyers, and really any home buyer who doesn't want to get into a situation where they have to spend a ton of money after they've already put in a down payment, paid for a bunch of closing costs, and any other incidental costs that come along with buying a home. In our market anyway, the typical cost for home inspection can be anywhere from $400 to $700, depending on what's included with it. But in my opinion, it's a relatively minor expense for just complete peace of mind when you're buying such a large investment as a home. Now on to financing. Now, financing conditions, in my opinion, are a great condition for both buyers and sellers. Because if you're a buyer, you get a specified amount of time to go to the bank and say, hey, I just want to make sure I'm going to have this money available to buy this home on closing day. And the bank gives you a letter saying, yes, we're committed to giving you the mortgage on closing day. Great, no problems. From the seller's point of view, you also have reassurance that the buyer's going to have enough money to buy your home on closing day, because let's play worst case scenario for a second. Let's say we don't have a condition of financing in there. The buyer purchases the home, but they can't get a mortgage to close. So now they don't have enough money to buy the home on closing day. They can't close. The seller is now in a position where they're trying to sue the buyer because they thought the house was sold. They've now got to go back and remarket it and resell it. Maybe they'll sell it for less. There's a difference in what they thought they were going to get versus now what they're actually going to get. It becomes a very hairy situation very quickly, and it's one that can be avoided entirely with a condition of financing. I'm sure sellers out there aren't lining up because they want to go to court over selling their home, and I'm sure buyers out there want to make sure they're protected when it comes time to buy something. So really, this is beneficial for both parties, in my opinion. So So yeah, these are two of the more popular conditions. There are a lot of other conditions out there, but I wanted to hit on the main ones. The main theme with conditions is once the offer is accepted, you get a specified amount of time to fulfill those conditions. If you don't like the results you find from fulfilling those conditions, you can walk away from the deal, you can renegotiate, or you can move ahead with the deal. Hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions about conditions at all, please leave them in the comments below. I'll be sure to get to all of them. If you're a first-time home buyer and you have a topic you want me to address, leave it in the comments as well. I'll be happy to get to it. Other than that, if you've stuck around this far, please subscribe. I would love it. And have a good one. We'll see you in the next one. This is my helper today. Hey, hi, Doug. Hi, Doug.